Look at that shit. God damn. What's going on, guys? I'm Ghost. Today what I have for you is the SIG Regulator. I know this looks a little ridiculous in the setup that it is. I wanted to see if I could take a compliant rifle and how non-compliant could I make it. So this is the monstrosity, fucking abomination that I've come up with. And we're going to talk about it. I've got about 500 rounds through it. It's got a beautiful trigger. The first things first, hold on. Give me it. Essentially, what was happening there is the pin that holds your ejector spring on your drum was walking out, and I couldn't get it out of the rifle. But that is not the rifle's fault. That is the drum's fault. Stupid drum. So, back to it. First things first, check clear. We're all good. The regulator. Let's get the bypass open. It'd be much easier to talk about this thing without me having to fucking worry about it. First thing I want to talk about is these come with an IR coating that makes it infrared resistant. So typically with some types of aluminum, what you'll get under night vision or infrared is a glow, and what this does is mitigates that glow. It has, I don't know if it's a Geisley, I can't remember what trigger is in it, obviously, because I'm paranoid. Check clear again. So there's your wall, there's your brake. It's a decent trigger. Mag compatibility with these, it just takes regular PMag, so if you have a drum, you can run a drum. If you got 10 rounds, 20 rounds, 30 rounds, if you live, again, this is for states that have those stupid communist, I don't want you to have gun laws, then you can run 10 rounds out of these, which is what this mainly was intended for, but I like weird shit, and this reminds me, this is something like if Brokeback Mountain was in space, this would be Jake Gyllenhaal's gun. I do want to get some complaints out of the way. One of my complaints is when the way the ergonomics of the rifle work, where your trigger should sit does not feel natural or comfortable. It takes some getting used to. That's one complaint I have. And where you would naturally up, right there, where you would pull your charging handle back, it's right there on your thumb. That's a big issue that I have. In a stressful situation, you try to rack your rifle, and now you've just skinned your fucking knuckle. That's not a fun time. So those are two simple complaints. And the fact that it has a Mossberg 500 stock, that's fucking weird. But I understand the purpose that they were going for with these. They were trying to make something that was similar to an AR that would get rid of the whole look at the big scary black AR-15 rifle. And this is what I assume they came up with to mitigate states that have regulations and shit like that. So another complaint, we'll just get these fucking things out of the way, is you have your traditional bolt release like a regular AR on that side. We'll lock it back, but it also has one right here. But my issue is, how the fuck am I supposed to do that without doing that when I could just come over here and slap it right there? So I understand that like ambi, the left-handed shooters, well, what the hell is that design, SIG? That just doesn't make sense to me. The muzzle brake that comes with the regulators is very effective in mitigating recoil, but it spits fireballs. You guys will see that in the footage that we did earlier. And my other, it's not really a mechanical issue or anything like that, it's a cosmetic. But the fact that this is like a, not necessarily burnt bronze FDE, but it's got like a matte finish, and this is, you just got a lot of peanut butter going on, and I don't know how I feel about that. If it was the same color peanut butter, that'd be pretty cool. But it is not, and that makes my autism go fucking wild. Alright, let's go to the pros. I didn't like that. That was kind of, what the fuck was that? Let's go to the pros. It's got no recoil. That's pretty cool. It's a SIG, and that's about it. This is very strange. It's not an MCX in my opinion. This is some weird bastard child that SIG came up with. I tried to keep my reviews as non-biased as possible. But what the fuck is this? I don't know. It's cool. It's fun. I don't think it's $3,000 fun. But I picked this up on Palmetto State Armory when they were doing the sale that they were having. So I got this for $1,400, which is a perfect price point for them. I also think that they should be selling the lowers separately rather than just uppers, so that you could, if you wanted, build yourself a regulator, or if you already had an MCX, you could have a regulator lower and go back between the two. If you had, if you want to do a 556 and then a 300 blackout regulator, that'd be pretty cool if you could do that, but you can't. So fix your shit, SIG. It does also have ambidextrous safeties on both sides. That's a neat addition. Ambidextrous mag releases. And up here, you have an adjustable gas block. That's always nice, so if you're trying to run this suppressed, you can tune it to your liking, and it will run flawlessly. The lower receiver has a built-in ARCA rail, so if you have a tripod, you can mount it onto that. And I also forgot to mention that it has a hybrid system for gas operation, so it's a gas piston system. Not really sure how that works, just what it is. So even in the pros, I'm mentioning cons. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm not a fan of SIG. They're a overrated company in my opinion. I think that these SIG fanboys are absolutely obnoxious and insufferable human beings. But then again, Glock dudes are, CZ dudes are. There's always a bad apple in the bunch. But typically 9 times out of 10, when I run into a SIG dude, just shut the fuck up, please. But that's about it. This is that's the Regulator. I don't have many pros. There's a lot of cons. It's a very weird design. It's got some strange ergonomics. The only thing that they did correctly, in my opinion, is that it takes PMags. That's it's strange. It is very strange. I'm going to keep saying it's strange. I will always say that it's strange because it's strange. I'm Ghost. So this has been my video. This is my review. There's been a lot of cons, not very many pros. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You guys are going to either agree with me or absolutely crucify me down in the comments. So I'd like to see what your opinion is. Don't forget to go to w.gg. Use code GHOST in the checkout. It will also be in the description. I appreciate you guys for coming out. I'll see you in the next video. Later.